welcome back to Learning Science Q&A. Students, during our last lecture, we have already seen till the next step to crop protection. That means what are the steps that follows the crop protection? Harvesting, threshing, winnowing are the steps that are done in a sequential manner to get grain from our standing crop. Harvesting is done with the help of a harvester. A thresher is used for threshing the grain. Also, harvesting and threshing can be done together with the help of a equipment named as combine. These are the basic equipment that can be used for crop protection, for harvesting of the grain. Now coming to the harvesting festival. India being a country full of farmers, after a 5-6 months of hard labor, the time comes when farmers get the reward of their hard work. Now this time is celebrated no less than a festival. So we have special mentions that are associated with the harvesting season. We have so many festivals that come around these harvesting season and they are celebrated as the harvesting festival. So we have Pongal, which is primarily celebrated in the southern region of our country like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Puducherry. Baisakhi is mainly celebrated in Punjab. Holi in most of the state of central India, Uttar Pradesh, Chandigarh, Punjab, Bihar. Diwali again in most of these states, Navanya in West Bengal mainly and Bihu in Assam. So these are some important mentions of the harvest festival. Now, we have a bad aspect associated with the harvesting festival also. When these grains are cut down from the field, when these grains are harvested, many times the leftover are remaining in the farm, and these leftover portion of the grain are burned by the farmer, and these are a reason of pollution. Again, if these kind of fire activity is going in the field, there are also chances that the other crop which is lying in the field can get fire. So they can also get damaged. Moreover, the soot or the burning product produced by these leftover are a main respiratory issues reason. That means they can cause a respiratory issue to the human. Now, after harvesting, we have storage. When the crop is harvested, we have a full bulk of crop lying with us. What are the things that are to be done to keep it safe for the season? Now, the question arises, cereal can be stored for a longer time than fruit and vegetable. Why storage is necessary? We all know that. You all know that to keep things protected for some time, for a longer time, we need to store things, right? But the other question that can be asked in the examination is, why are you able to store cereal for a longer time than fruit and vegetable? We know that a farmer can grow fruit or vegetable or cereal at the same site. So why they need different strategy to store? Coming to the point, if the harvested grain, whatever you are growing, if you want to keep it for a longer time, they should be safe from moisture, insect, rat and microorganism. If the place where these crop or where these harvests are being stored is having moisture, is having insect, rodents or even microorganism, these harvests will be unfit for the use. So, the grain which is freshly harvested, it contains more moisture. So they are stored only after sun dry. We are talking about the cereals right now. Grains are to be sun dried before storing it anywhere. Traditionally and even now, neem leaves are used for storage during dry storage. If you want to keep dry cereals somewhere, neem leaves are put with it. This is the best option to be used instead of using any chemical for it. Fumigation can be used for bulk storage. Always remember, neem leaves, neem stem can be used if you are having a small portion of grain. Like for a small farmer, definitely neem leaves are sufficient. But for a big go downs where we are having lot of grain stored, neem leaves will not do the purpose. So fumigation, that means the use of vapors or the chemical vapor for done when you are storing it in bulk. Again, the grain in these godowns are stored in earthen or metallic container. They can be stored in gunny bags, big bags are there, or in grain silos. Silos are big cemented structure in which large quantity of grain can be stored once at one time. Okay, one more thing. We have a studying that why fruit and vegetable cannot be stored for a longer time. Reason being, fruit and vegetable are having relatively more amount of moisture. More moisture means more contamination, more spoilage. Though we are having the same topic in our upcoming slide, so we have just omitted it from here. Now coming to the buffer stock. Whenever grains are stored, so they are stored on a large scale in government owned godown so that they can last for a period between the two harvests. Suppose we have harvested one crop in this season and then we are harvesting the next in after 8 months. So for the 8 month grains are to be stored. Also, there are chances that crop failure can take place any year due to some unforeseen season, due to some unforeseen reasons like flood, drought, or disease. So, buffer stock is the stock or the is the stock of grain which is stored so that it can be used in the emergency. Next is what is silos? Now silos are specially made tall structures which are built to store grains. So they are also known as grain silos. Now these silos are having facility to store grain at different level. Now each level has a opening. You can say it has a door to withdraw the grain when required and it doesn't disturb the rest of the level. This is important to not to disturb rest of the level when you are not needing that grain. Just because every time you open the gate, you give a chance to moisture, to pest, to other contaminating agent to enter into that level. So it's better to open only that gate that is required at that point of time. This is how silos look. They are the big structures, tall structures for storing grain. Now coming to how fruit and vegetables stored. We have already seen that fruit and vegetable cannot be stored in a way similar to cereal. So fruit and vegetable having more moisture, since they contain more moisture, they are stored in cold storage. Cold storage has a temperature which is maintained between 0 to 4 degrees Celsius and it has high humidity. Now both these parameters are to be maintained. These are two important factors that are to be monitored in cold storage. Lower temperature between 0 to 4, it prevents the growth of microorganism and it stops enzyme which is already present in the fruit to spoil them. Similarly, moisture is remaining high, or you can say high humidity is maintained, because as soon as the humidity level is low, the food or the fruit which is stored in cold storage tend to lose moisture. So always remember, factors that are to be maintained during storage in cold storage: temperature must be maintained between 0 to 4 degrees centigrade and a high humidity must be maintained. Now the last topic from this chapter is food that we get from the animal. Now we will not discuss about the food that we are actually getting. What we are focusing on is the nutrient that we are getting from the animal food. We get milk, paneer, cheese, egg, meat, so many things from the animal. So what we are focusing on is the nutrient level of these animal based food. Now, animal based food are high in protein. We are talking about the meat that we are getting. So animal protein are more easily digested by us. They have a high amount of protein. Also, they contain some of the essential amino acid that plant protein lack. Always remember, we can get protein from plant also and from animal also. But still, animal protein are slightly at a higher side when it comes to digestion by us. Also, they contain some of the essential amino acid. Essential amino acids are those amino acids that our body cannot synthesize. So, we have to take it from the outside. One more thing that we need to remember: animal fat, or you can say meat, or the product that is containing animal, is also rich in fat, which is not at all good for human. So animal protein is definitely a good option, but animal protein comes with the animal fat, which is not a good option. Coming to egg, egg have a high content of protein, especially albumin, the egg white, but it has a good proportion of fat also. The complete yolk portion is fat. Apart from it, it contains vitamin A, calcium, phosphorus and iron. Similarly, meat contains high quantity of protein. It contains vitamin A, B, D, iron and zinc, and also it contains iodine, as in case of seafood. That means if you are taking fish, then it will be having iodine also. Here by saying meat, we mean all the poultry or small cattle. So students, with this we come to an end to this chapter. Hope you like it. Please follow for more, and if you like it, like, subscribe and share. Thank you.